think I can. Okay, so I am here with a young friend of mine, and we've been talking about skills that he could use to deal with really difficult situations. We all deal with those difficult situations, the ones that bring up the bigger feelings in us. For some of us, that's like going in for a job interview, going on a date, or maybe like going out to the basketball courts and knowing, hey, there's going to be some guys there that I've had some conflict with, and that kind of thing. We all need to plan ahead for certain situations in our life that are going to be creating bigger feelings in us. We need to be able to prepare ahead of time, or we don't need to, but we can, if we want to, cope with them well, planning ahead of time in order to be able to do that. And the reason why this skill, which is called Cope Ahead, the reason why it actually is effective is because we know that in our brains, if we're doing something, we activate certain areas in the brain. They're activated when we're doing that thing. But those same areas are activated when we are imagining doing that thing. So that's really cool. That means that if you rehearse doing that thing in your mind, it's like you've learned that skill just by imagining yourself doing that skill. So that's why Cope Ahead works, and it's so powerful. Makes a difference for you when you go into that job interview. Let's say if you've already done the Cope Ahead of time, you're not going to go through the strong emotions that knock you off balance and cause you to say or do stupid things while you're there because your emotional level was too high for you to handle. Instead, when you get there, you will already have rehearsed what you're going to do when you are there. You're going to be actually rehearsing your coping skills, your DBT, distress tolerance skill, and in this case specifically, Cope Ahead is what we call an emotion regulation skill. Paul, the reason I say emotion regulation is that you're choosing to do something ahead of time that will lower the intensity of the feelings you're going to have in the future. So it's a little bit of emotion regulation. So, do you have any questions about the stuff I've said so far? I've just said a whole bunch of stuff.
I really don't, miss.
Okay, you're doing a great job of listening. Thank you. Okay, so, this is for those situations that cause fear, those situations in which you might possibly get angry, those situations in which you feel like, I don't know how to behave in that situation. I've never been in that situation before. I can give you a specific example of my own, and this one is really true. I used to, a while back, feel when I got into a big room with a bunch of people, I was kind of jealous of those people who were able to go up and say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and then they could start talking with people, and they made connections and they had good conversations and they had a good time. And I felt like I wasn't good at doing that kind of thing. So the way I got to be actually pretty good at doing that kind of thing was I looked at the behavior of a friend who does it well, and then I imagined in my head being able to do it just like she did it. I imagined using the skills that she used in that room to do it. So the next time I went into a social situation like that, I was able to use those skills because I'd imagined myself doing them. I had rehearsed, I'd coped ahead, and I didn't get my anxiety. I enjoyed myself. So it really works. It worked for me. So Paul, can you think of a situation for me that might give you I don't know, anxiety, fear, anger, anything like that, something that would stress you out?
Talking to a woman.
Talking to a new woman you're just meeting kind of thing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm shy.
Because you're kind of shy.
Yeah, I'm just shy talking to ladies.
You're shy talking to ladies, yeah.
Even young ladies, I'm shy.
Yeah, okay. So what kind
Talking
of, when you feel that shyness and you're talking to a new young lady, what does that feel like in your body? What do you notice in your body? What's happening?
I just feel nervous. I just feel like shy.
Nervous and shy are the emotional kind of things you're feeling. What's the physical kind of thing you're feeling?
I don't know.
Sometimes when we say nervous or shy, we feel like our heart is beating a little bit faster. Sometimes like our hands get a little sweaty.
My cheeks start blushing.
Your cheeks, okay, mine too. My cheeks get warm and red.
Start
Yeah.
blushing.
Yeah, and that's even kind of embarrassing when that happens.
Nah,
For me, I can get bright red. You probably can't. But yeah, okay, so you've got that feeling. That's what you notice. Sure. Okay. So, Paul, what we're going to do is this. We're going to imagine the situation as much as we can. And the best way to imagine is in your mind, get an image of what it would look like, what you would be seeing, and what you would be feeling. As much as possible, like if you imagined a specific place, like what's a specific place where you might be meeting a new girl?
anywhere?
Maybe youth group.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the number one.
That's the number one. Okay. So I want you to imagine that you're in youth group. Are there a lot of other kids around? Are you one-on-one with this? There's other kids around. Okay. And what happens? Do you walk up to the girl or does she walk
No,
up to
I
you?
don't. I'm shy talking to.
So she comes over and she says, "Hey, Paul, how you doing?"
I'm probably will be shy.
You probably be
I
shy.
probably stutter.
Okay. All right.
It
So
goes like that with probably everybody. You know what I mean? They're not just ladies, gentlemen too.
okay. All right.
I don't blush with gentlemen though. I don't. When gentlemen come say hi, I get nervous. My hands start shaking.
Yeah.
Like the people I don't know, I start shaking hands.
A lot of people do that. They really do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just imagine with a girl. Okay. We're just going to call her Susie just for right now. Okay. So I want you to imagine you're there and Susie comes up and she says, "Hey, Paul, how you doing?" Or you haven't met her yet. If she just says, "Hi, I'm Susie. How you doing?" Okay. What I want you to do now is imagine yourself feeling calm. So right now when you imagine it, take a deep breath. Remember, we've been practicing. Right? You feel that calm that comes when you exhale. Okay. And I want you to imagine using one of your DBT skills. So which one would work in this moment? I have a suggestion. Do you know what Ride the Wave? You know how to use it. So what happens is you notice that the anxiety comes in, right? But remember, you're going to be using Ride the Wave. And when you're using Ride the Wave, you remember that the feeling goes out. It goes away, right? So I want you to imagine that she comes up to you and says, "Hi, my name's Susie. How are you doing?" And that you feel that a little bit because you're going to feel it. There's no way not to. But you stay right there with Ride the Wave and you let the feeling go away. And now I want you to imagine that you're saying something kind of pleasant in response. It doesn't have to be a wonderful, great, creative or funny thing. It just has to be a nice, simple response. So she said, "Hi, I'm Susie. How are you doing?" What can you say? Imagine yourself saying something. What would it be?
Hi, my name is Paul. How you been?
"Hi, my name is Paul. How you been?" So can you do that in your head? Imagine it. I'm not going to talk you through it this time. I want you to imagine it, okay? What was that like?
Big.
Okay, it was okay. You could see yourself doing it? Okay, now, that was a good way to practice the Copa Head skill. And right now, let's do what we should do at the end of the Copa Head skill, which is to breathe a little bit and relax. So just like... Okay. How you doing?
Good.
Can you see yourself using that skill? Okay. Excellent. So that's all there is to it. Simple and easy, and it's called Copa Head. Thank you.